Hi, I'm Kristen, the Programs Director here at Wikitongues, and I'm excited to share more information about our Language Revitalization Accelerator program with you. This fellowship is a year-long program designed to help language activists with funding, training, support, and a global community so that they can bring their projects to life. Whether you're just starting your language revitalization project or you're looking to expand a current one, this program will provide the support that you need. Just a heads up, I'm recording this video in advance so that I can be fully present for the Q&A chat when this premieres live tomorrow, which is now today. And I also wanted to make sure that this was fully accessible so that we could also have captions on this video. So we're answering all the questions that you've sent in about the program over the past week, and I've organized it so that we have our general questions first, eligibility, funding, and then the application process and timeline. If there are any questions I missed or any questions that come up after this, please leave them in the comments and I'll be around to answer all of them. So let's get started. When do applications open? Applications open this upcoming Monday, December 9th, 2024 at 8 a.m. UTC. And your application needs to be received by Sunday, January 12th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. UTC time. We do not accept applications after this deadline, so please make sure you have your time zone correct. I'll add those in the caption below and get it in before that deadline. What's included in the fellowship if I'm accepted? If your project is selected for the fellowship, you'll receive $2,000, that's US dollars, in funding, and you can use that for whatever you'd like, and we'll talk more about that in a question later on. Throughout the fellowship year, you'll also have us, your Wikitongues team, our staff, our board members, our volunteers to help you troubleshoot problems, have some more volunteer support, and scale up your work. You'll also have the opportunity to gain access to a global network of language activists, a way to share resources, ideas, and support each other's projects. How can I ensure that my project has a lasting impact? Consider how you can build a team, how you can involve your community. Create resources that others can use, and also set up sustainable systems. These are all things that we're happy to talk about with you during your project or even during the application period. Will my project be shared with other fellows or the public? Yes, a big part of this fellowship is us being able to share your work with a larger audience. So if you're interested in being a part of a YouTube video, we might ask you to do that and share your work with our subscribers, or we'll share your work in our newsletters. Things like this. If you do not feel comfortable having your name publicly shared or your work publicly shared, you can let us know, but we'd love to be able to highlight you and share your successes throughout the year. Are there any reporting requirements or accountability requirements during the fellowship? Yes, so you'll receive the $2,000 up front, but then after that, we have a few things that we require of you. One is that you join the onboarding calls. These are really casual and fun and a way for you to get to meet other activists in a group setting. And then from there, every 3 months, we'll send you a quick form where you can check in and let us know how your project is doing, if there's anything you need support with. You're free to email us in between those times, but we'll just make sure to check in at least once every 3 months. And then at the end of the project year, you'll have a one-on-one offboarding call with me or another one of the team members so that we can check in on your goals and your successes and what you plan to do in the future. Our goal is to support you with every step of the journey and to be there to be one of your team members and help you as much as we can. That being said, we don't want to take advantage of your time or waste your time. We want to ensure that this is a fellowship program that you get a lot from and you don't feel drained from. So we'll do our best to keep all of this communication and requirements at a minimum. Since you do get the funding completely up front, if you don't follow these requirements, you won't be eligible to reapply for funding in the future. Can I apply if I'm not fluent in my ancestral language? Absolutely. Fluency is not required. If your ancestors spoke the language that you want to work on revitalizing, you're welcome to apply. We understand that revitalization often starts with reconnecting with the language, and so we'd love to support you in this journey. That being said, this program is specifically for language revitalization projects and not for solo language learning projects. So if you're interested in learning a language, we're happy to help give you resources or ideas or connect you with people, but this fellowship project will not support one person just going on a language journey by themselves. Who is eligible to apply? Do I have to be a linguist? No, anyone's welcome to apply. And actually, the majority of people who apply for this fellowship program have not been linguists. If you are a linguist who is not within the community that you're applying for, we do require that you have buy-in from the community so that you're collaborating with someone in the community to work on this project. What if my languages are already represented in Wikitongues? Can I apply? Yes, you can definitely still apply, and we highly encourage you to. Our programs support all languages, whether or not they're already a part of Wikitongues, and that goes for our language documentation programs too. If you ever see a language on our website, you're always welcome to submit another video of that language. There's countless ways that we all speak and use the same language. We all have our own versions of a language, and so we're happy to support languages over and over and over again. Representation does not mean that language's needs have been fully met, and there's always room to grow. Is this program open to researchers outside of the languages community? Yes, it is, but we do ask that you have a collaboration with someone within the community. And we typically prioritize people who do come from the community themselves, but that's not to say that we'll never support a project with someone coming from the outside. I've received an award before. Can I reapply? Yes, you most certainly can. A handful of our projects that we've supported over the past few years are actually people reapplying from either the year before or a couple of years before that. We know that language revitalization does not happen in 1 year. It doesn't happen in 2 or 3. It's a generational process. So we're always happy to keep supporting projects as long as you have a good continuation goal in mind in your application. Can I apply if I'm just starting my language revitalization journey? Absolutely. If you're just beginning the process of language revitalization, this fellowship is a great starting point. We have resources to help you figure out where to go and how to get started. We're here to help you build a strategic plan. And we also have hands-on trainings that can help you figure out how to navigate this process and this journey. My language is threatened, but not classified as endangered. Can I still apply? Yes, you can. This is a large question that I won't dive into now, large being the concept of endangerment and how that's classified, but you can definitely still apply, and we encourage it. We don't only support languages that have a certain number of speakers, like languages that have under 10,000 speakers or something like that, because at Wikitongues, we don't think that's a good data point of how vulnerable a language is. So one project that we supported in 2023, for example, was for the Fon language. And Fon is spoken by over 2 million people. And so it's not considered endangered, but it doesn't have good representation within digital spaces. And so the project member that we supported that year, Mahuton, he was creating a Fon typer so that people could write in Fon on their phones, on their computers, and bring it into the digital world. And so even though Fon isn't classified as endangered, we still supported that project because it was endangered in a digital space. And that's one thing that's important to us, is that all languages get access to all opportunities. What can the $2,000 grant be used for? Anything that you deem is appropriate and needed for your project, as long as it's legal, of course. It can be equipment, internet data, travel, support, hiring help, giving time for yourself so that you can work on this project. Whatever you think, whatever you tell us is worth the money and time for your project, we trust you to make that right choice, and we support you in it. What if my project requires more than $2,000? We completely understand there is never enough money to go around, and we wish right now that we could give you all more to help with your projects. In the future, we really hope that we have the opportunity to have different levels of funding and different tiers available, but unfortunately right now we don't. However, you can always reapply to continue your project. And also, one thing that we do throughout the cohort year is whenever we find other opportunities, other grants that we think you would be a great fit for, we send them over to you. And if there's ever a time that you need a recommendation letter from us, I'm always here every year so that you can directly reach out to me and ask for that, and I'll write up a recommendation letter for you so that you can hopefully get more funding. Our fellows in the past have received funding from other sources during their cohort year with us, including someone who received a National Geographic Explorer Scholarship, which was amazing. This is also a great opportunity to mention to any of our followers that if you ever want to sign up for a YouTube membership or a Patreon membership or just donate directly to us, the majority of our money goes towards this program. So when you donate to us, you not only help us run this program and our documentation program, but you're also helping support language revitalization directly. Can I use the funds to hire other people to help me with my project? Yes, the money is at your disposal to do with it what you see fit. Again, within legal limitations. That being said, please keep in mind that is your responsibility that any hiring you do complies with the local rules and regulations and tax requirements of the area that you're in. How will the strategic and technical support be delivered? We offer a set number of project hours each month to the whole fellowship to help move projects forward. So if there's something that you need help with, you'll email your project leader directly. That would be either me or Tochi, our Wikimedian in residence, and you'll know who that is once you're onboarded. You would email us directly to check in, let us know what you need, and then we'd work with you to figure out who can help you from our network, whether that be us or someone on our board or one of our volunteers, what the expectations are, and what that timeline will look like. How are applicants selected? We evaluate applications based on your 1-year goal, which you'll list in the application, and its feasibility. We try to prioritize projects that will involve the community and get more people involved. We look at projects that have a large potential for impact, and we also want projects that can be realistically accomplished within the fellowship period, or at least a goal of that project that can be accomplished within the fellowship period. So say, for example, you want your project to have an extremely large Wikipedia with 10,000 articles on it. Well, that's not very large, but if you're starting from zero, it's very large. But that's not feasible within a 1-year timeline, and we understand that. So maybe your project goal that you propose is, I will start a Wikipedia and I'll create 100 articles within the first year. And then you'll have the long-term goal listed of, I want to have 10,000 articles within 5 years and with a team of 20 Wikipedia editors. This is a way that we can look at your project and look at the long-term impact of it, and also if it's feasible within the 1-year timeframe of the fellowship. We understand that 1 year is short. We do not expect you to do everything within 1 year. So when you do apply, you have the opportunity to tell us your long-term goals, but also scale it down and tell us exactly what you want to do within just that 1 year. Who chooses the finalists? I'll be one of the main people reviewing all of the applications and choosing our finalists. We also have Tochi, our Wikimedian in residence, and she'll be looking at all the applications, but also a lot at the Wikimedia specific applications. We also receive valuable input from our executive director, Daniel, and we consult with our board for our final decisions. What is the application timeline? All applicants, whether you were accepted or not, will hear the decision by March 2025. So please don't send us an email before then. We promise we will get around and let you know for certain whether or not you were chosen for the cohort for this year by March. This year, we're doing the cohort slightly different, where we'll have 2 onboarding cycles instead of everyone at once. That way we can really make sure we have a wonderful amount of time, not only to dedicate to your project, but also to sharing your project on different platforms like longer YouTube videos. So this year, we'll have 1 cohort start in March, and then we'll have another one start in September. And this will be the 2025 cohort. They're all from the same application period. We're just going to split it up into 2 onboarding cycles. And then during your onboarding cycle, it'll last 1 year from when you started. Thank you again for watching this, for sending in your questions. I'm very excited to see all of your applications. And if you have any questions I didn't cover in this, please leave them in the comments and I promise to answer them. Thanks again and good luck.